Hi everyone, it's Olga, and today I want to show you my new coloring book. It is a Japanese coloring book called HEIAN Picture Scroll by Junko Suzuki. I've got a Russian version of this book, but the Japanese version you can find on eBay. This is a very beautiful book, one of my favorites so far. In the start there is some information about Heian period of time in Japan. There is description of costumes that women of that time used to wear, as well as men, and some prints that were used on fabrics at the time. These are color combinations according to season, like this one for winter and this one for spring. And there are a few coloring tips. The size of this book, it's a longish book. This side is 11.5 inches and this one 8 inches. Illustrations are situated on both sides of the page, so I will have to move the book to show you properly. Here are. These are really artwork, these illustrations. The artist worked, I think, around 2 years on this book. When I got this book and started coloring it, I did some research, and it was very interesting to find out about fashions in Heian period of time in Japan. Like women grew their hair very long, the longest the better, and the longest known hair belonged to one woman, and she had 7 meters long hair, and noble women wore it loose. They also whitened their faces with rice powder, and because of that, teeth looked yellowish, and women didn't like it, so the fashion came to blacken teeth, which looks strange to us now. Also, women plucked their own brows, and instead they painted thick brows on their forehead, which is even more weird than blackened teeth. But yeah, there was standards of beauty at the time. On the whole, there are 80 illustrations in this book, quite a lot. The paper is of very good quality. It's thicker, and I tried different media on it, like fine liners, markers, watercolor markers, and watercolor. And what I can say, everything works well on this paper, including watercolor. No bleeding and just a little bit of buckling. I even didn't iron or anything, but if somebody is annoyed with a little bit of buckling, you can iron it or put under press. Now I discovered that there is another book by the same artist, Kabuki Picture Scroll. I already ordered it, also on eBay. So I guess I have a weakness for this type of books. And it's nice to have high quality illustrations and coloring books in one's collection. It's like a piece of art, even if you don't color it. Some patterns here. As I told, you can find this book on eBay. It's quite costly, but it deserves it, you know. There's free shipping from Japan on eBay. You can also order this book on a Russian site. I will give a link below. The only problem can be that the site is in Russian language. You can use Google Translate, of course, but it can be difficult, maybe. Anyway, I will leave a link, and I will leave an email address of that site. So if you have some problems or questions, you can write to them. They ship internationally, and they accept Visa and PayPal, some other, but these are major, I believe. This is quite a big book. 8 illustrations. That's a lot. Here there's little bit of buckling because I colored on the next page. This one, watercolor. This one almost finished, but not quite yet. And this is the last illustration. And here's some information about plays and events that are illustrated in this book. But if you don't know the language, so no use for you in this one. So, thank you for watching. I hope you like this book, and see you later.